hello, everyone. Welcome to Slay the Princess. I'm getting my toxic Yuri era. I've gone too long being wholesome. We're toxic now. The princess might not like it, but that's where we're going. Or maybe the princess will like it. Maybe that's what the princess is all about. Maybe she loves the toxic Yuri. I don't know. I know it's a little small right now. Please let me know if you can hear the fan going in the background, because I have that going simply so that I don't boil myself alive. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Now let me just real quick switch this to full screen. I don't know why it switched back. Because I closed it to check on the settings before. I opened it to check on the settings before, and it just, it went back to not full screen, and I'm not totally sure why. Anyways, everyone, I hope you're having a fantastic weekend, rather. Sending you to Hammer Hell. Well, don't do that. I don't like hell in general, but like Hammer Hell sounds like way worse. Or is it just hell for hammers? Like it's a bunch of surfaces that you can't nail nails into, because that would probably be fine. Or it's a bunch of surfaces that you can nail nails into, but you can't pull them out with the back of the hammer, because that would be kind of interesting as just like a concept. Then hit your pinky toe with a hammer. Oh no! I need that for standing. I only have 4 toes because of my kitty paws. My peats don't need to be losing do not need to be losing digits. I would really prefer if we didn't do that. Oh, hi. Hello? I didn't realize she would notice us. Or crack and break the universe, or perhaps a mirror of some variety. Anyways, like I said, if you can hear the fan, please let me know. I will turn it off and suffer for audio quality. But if you can't, that would be excellent, because I would like to continue being able to survive in the heat without using up any sort of potions. No, you will not. I won't? Oh, okay. I didn't know. Oh. We're changing again. We have a cabin. I assume this is like previewing routes or something? I don't know. I am looking forward to this. I've wanted to play this for a while. I don't hear it anyways, but even if I did, that fan will not be being turned off. Well, the fan has been on for the last few streams. It's just been in like a different location. Now it's blowing directly on my back, which is just such a relief. It's so much nicer than just trying to pull the AC air into the room. Anyway, we're all set up. The princess has noticed us. We can see the cabin. Let us continue onwards. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
That's not usually where you to be honest. Ooh, that's cool. The 3D rendering of the different layers of background is really cool. Gonna be back the 19th, which means you get to go back to your usual schedule. Let's go. We love teams being able to work the schedule that they agreed on.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Can you describe to me why that is? Because I need like justification, or else I'm not gonna do it. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
No.
If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value.
I know,
to
but
society.
like in general, I'm kind of against just slaying people who are trapped in basements. That's like the end of the world. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Okay, but how does it cause that? But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world? Dirty monarch lover, I bet you liked Marie Antoinette too. I didn't know her. I'm not a fan of the monarchy in general. I didn't know Marie Antoinette. Also, I'm pretty poor, so like, keep the guillotine away from me.
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there.
No.
and do what needs to
I
be
need
done.
the specifics if
We're
I'm gonna randomly kill someone. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task?
You put
Made
me
it
in
this
medias
far,
res.
you might as well reach
I
the
can't
end of
trust
your
what
journey.
past me would have decided on. Look, I'll go to the cabin, I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Sure.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Manipulation's kinda hot.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Okay.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay. I don't know who the hero pull out like a coward. If anything, I want the princess to get up in my pussy, but that's like a whole other
The air is
situation.
stale and musty, and the floor and
Probably?
walls are
I don't-
painted in a fine layer
I've
of
seen some
dust.
things. Oh,
The
cool.
only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
I like
The
daggers.
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. I'll take it. I'll take the dagger.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I like daggers. Oh, my little cursor has a dagger now.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Okay, but what if we let her out?
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down
I mean,
here.
she might be.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Okay.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
So you're
There's a
committing
heavy
murder. There was a
chain
lady that
around
showed
her
up
wrist,
5 minutes before the
binding her
store
to the
closed and
far
shopped until
wall of the
12:30.
basement.
Jesus Christ. I hate people who do that.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
Yeah, but what if you're evil? What
She
if I
makes a
need the knife?
compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do.
Yeah, we can
after
decide what we
talk
want to
her.
do while
Maybe
holding
she
a
really
knife.
is a monster. Kill.
I'm keeping my knife.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Really?
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
I mean, that's
So,
true.
You should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
No, we're gonna talk. I'm sorry, can we just talk?
You're so close. Don't give up. You've come this far.
I want to hold the knife, but I do also want to talk.
No, this is a good idea. Maybe we can do
Nice knife pussy. Do they make them for adults? It's a knife. They make them for all ages.
Oh, threatened, are we? You poor thing. Drop the knife, and of course we can talk.
I'm not dropping the blade.
Slayer.
Then I'm not talking to you.
What the? You won't talk to me if I'm holding a knife? Squint it. Fine, I guess we're at an impasse.
I guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade. Do something.
Are you sure you don't want to talk?
Yeah, I'm sure.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around here forever. Eventually, something is going to give.
Slayer. Slower. Hi, Ichi. I'm gonna drop the blade.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops.
She hates
to the
your
floor
pussy.
with
Kill
pulsing
her.
moans.
Well, that's not what I do to people who hate my pussy. I tell them politely to leave. But I guess she can't leave.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are.
You're kind of
What
waifish. Do they
awkward
feed you
sexual
here?
relationship.
I'm here because you're supposed to be the end. I'm here because you're supposed to end the world? There's people out there who think you're gonna end the world. What do you have to say about that?
Don't just tell her that.
What, she doesn't know?
That's cute. Do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster?
I mean, being a monster doesn't mean you're gonna end the world.
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No, they're being purposefully vague about it. No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I am to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Oh, that makes sense. I still have a few more questions before I decide what to do.
Fine. What do you want to know?
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do.
Okay,
really.
that's not what I asked, though.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
You also didn't give me any details, the narrator. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics.
Her name is
No matter
Princess.
how
Yeah, that's what I was
hard you
waiting.
try,
That was what I was
you'll
hoping
never
she would
get a straight
answer.
answer out of her.
First name is Slaytha. Wouldn't her first name be Slay? So she would be Slay Princess, unless it was a very, like, you know, formal setting where you'd include her middle name. The. Her name is Jo. How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
You want me to cut your arm off?
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think She's suggesting. Right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I mean, I know why I'm here. I'm getting you out of here. Actually, I'm gonna keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help.
Pulled out your patented hero gun and shoot her 87 times. Well, my hero gun only has 6 bullets in it, so I wouldn't be able to do that.
And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Really?
You have to make a choice.
Alright, fine. Let's get you out of here.
Oh, for the love of...
Good. I'm glad you've come to your senses.
You're making a huge mistake.
That's fine. I make a ton of those.
You're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
I mean, it can't be. All that was in the room was the dagger.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere.
I mean, what if I go on a quest to get the key? I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key is still lying around somewhere up there, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met.
Let me
with
out!
silence.
I wanted to get the princess out of the basement!
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
I'm gonna try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Okay.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I think it would just be easier for you, narrator.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
No, I'm pretty
You won't
squeamish.
like what happens if you do that?
I'm pretty squeamish. I don't know if I guess I'll save her.
Against your better
Ooh.
judgment, you place the
Grody.
blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive.
Her eyes are so big.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make.
Oh wow, she's real handy, just ripping her own hand off. Okay.
She pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
Okay, I can unshrimp.
She didn't so much as utter a sound.
That's pretty impressive, actually. I'm making sounds just trying to help her with that.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
Like truly, if she was that dangerous, they would have bound her with more than just one chain.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape.
Her eyes like dinner plates at Christmas, full of
You
ham.
can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Hey, are you taking over my body?
Watch me.
Fuckhead. Oh shit. Wait.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back.
I found the
but
secret
princess
option.
moves out of the way before you can connect.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Well, I want to see what she does first.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Yeah, I am. I respect women.
I'll make this quick.
Are you gonna kill me? Because that's kind of lame.
She steps
Oh,
forward
thanks.
and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Another what now? Ow.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
It kind of was. I'm curious now.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to sleep.
Yeah, I know. But I died. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't.
Let's go! Skeptic voice! Now we're talking!
For us and
Hell
the
yeah.
princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree.
I love you, skeptic voice. Hero voice can shove it. I'm in with skeptic voice.
You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from.
Don't say that, Teeps. What the fuck? Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least...
The Protec has Joan of Arc. Oh my god, is God talking to me?
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to
I actively resisted you, actually.
The absolute irony. That's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us.
Yeah, basically.
That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do. Which is
Well, the narrator, I guess.
To not buy into whatever self-delusions.
The narrator is kind of like in a literal kind of written sense. The narrator is sort of God, huh?
But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue.
Joan fought the British off raw mental illness and faith, but same diff. Okay, fair enough.
Practically forced the princess to kill you. It was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something?
Did you say something really mean to me?
You said I did. You probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all. Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's
a professional Muppet. Well, that's just a compliment.
Consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself?
I mean, this sounds like a reincarnation situation. She said in another life. Am I being reincarnated?
What do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
I don't think that the second one happened, given that we are still being compelled to go slay the princess.
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
I mean, she would have to see a soul. Somebody locked the door.
Oh, how I wish that were the case. But if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are. You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her, and all she did was slit my throat. How is she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right? What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything. Fine. Check your pockets.
Ooh, pockets. I was sent here to slay the princess, but died and reincarnated to another world to slay the princess. How I revived from death to slay the princess in another world.
You put your hands in
Oh,
your
cool.
pockets and pull
Why
out
didn't you show me this before,
the
asshole?
words, the evidence written across the front. Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It
My
reads,
handwriting
"The
sucks.
princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth." That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting?
Well, I mean, the narrator has visibly been able to take control of our bodies, so why wouldn't the narrator just write it? Well, yeah, look at your grody goblin hand. My hand is lovely. It has very functional claws and scales.
I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules
Oh,
are
so
in
now there
place
are
for a
rules.
reason. I'm on your side. You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to? Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
Who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what.
She asked you not to in the thumbnail, but you want to do it anyway. I don't want to do it. Last time I did everything I could not to kill her, and the narrator forced her to slit my throat. I did not slay the princess even an ounce. Also, hi Uplink. Hello. I hope you're having a good weekend. If people locked her away, couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's
I'm not, but I
because
appreciate it. Well, I
you're
hope it gets better
special.
then.
You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are. Oh. I didn't know it was
special.
Special.
How fantastic! Now we'll do whatever he says.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Yes. Right. We're here because we're
Because you hate women. This world's first incel. That's the narrator.
Look,
I
annoyed that
explicitly
you're
love
here.
women.
I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an
I don't know that I
otherwise
believe
simple
you.
situation and make
Well, you'll be able to see her kill me again this time, probably. Looks at the title of the game you're playing. Sure.
Not to sound
Look,
critical,
I'm not the narrator.
the less you know about
The
her,
narrator's
the
very
better
rude
things
to
will
me.
go for all of us.
Women enjoy a problematic, unclear of action.
You're just going to have to trust me here.
Fine.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
I still don't think that's true. I'll fall on that knife, don't worry.
Before you go any further, she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power.
Are we gonna
to
play
stop you
games?
from
That could be
slaying.
fun.
Don't believe a word she says. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud?
I mean, the skeptic doesn't have eyes.
No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the
The skeptic is
princess.
easily my favorite. I love you, the skeptic. The hero's fine. I'm a big fan of the skeptic.
The interior of the cabin
This is different.
less a cozy woodland retreat.
This is
and more like a
immediately
dungeon.
different.
A few
Why is there a
pathetic
mirror?
wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone
Like, this was
walls.
actually a cabin
Thick,
last time.
wrought iron
Dagger's
bars
the same, though.
barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its
Check out that
edge.
fucked up table. Yeah, it's barely a table. It has holes in it.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I did need it last time. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror.
You
Oh.
reach forward and rub your hand
The mirror's
against
gone.
the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
This wall looks very drawn. Like, the comparison in detail between the arm and the supposed brick of the cabin seems very drawn. Like it's meant to be
Wasn't there a
false.
second ago, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should.
The arm also looks very drawn, just like in comparison, you know? It's much rougher, it's much more obviously, like, false. Whereas if you step back, it all looks pretty much the same level of detail. This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it?
Is he trying to, like, get me to slay the princess by changing the decor?
Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before.
Or he's just trying to trick me into thinking that I haven't been here before.
Past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
Motions from behind you. I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the
I like the blade. The blade's
It would be
fun.
difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Thank you, skeptic. I'm not a hero, but I am a skeptic.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone
Guys, I think
staircase.
game might
Few
be
sputtering torches
Delulu.
attempt to vaguely illuminate your path,
I'm
dancing
silly. There's a
across glimmering
difference.
Patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Yeah, it's not as nice as the
Her
cabin.
voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear?
Oh, her voice is
Please,
different.
Come downstairs. It's been a while.
Like the
since I've
text is
company.
different.
Does she remember us? You walk
Oh, that's a
downstairs
lot
and
more
find-
chains. Holy shit.
She looks up.
So I'd actually have to
The
cut
head
off her
around
head to
her
get her
neck
out of
clanking
this
loudly
time.
as she moves.
And her crown is different
The
too.
chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
I mean, I would have preferred that it never be on the table, but you know, she was kind of insistent.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
That's true, I guess. That chain, that looks like another head shackle, like a neck
That was
shackle.
there last time too, wasn't it?
It was. It wasn't shackled around her wrist.
It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Sure, I'll sit with you.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's fair.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sure, I'll sit there.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Maybe she has a beam attack. That would be kind of cool.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game.
Her tiara is chains.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
I remember.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly?
The chains are way bigger too.
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process, you save the entire world.
Tell her to
from
do
being
orange
damned
justice.
to
Well, she's chained up. I don't know how well she'd be able to do it.
The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder.
Tell her to
than
make
they were.
special orange juice. I don't know what that
I really
is.
shouldn't say anything else. I'm just going to make
What
it
do you mean
worse.
special
Just
orange juice?
good luck.
Thanks.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles. I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back...
Tell her to
enough, I
sing
could
break
this
stuff.
seething
I don't
mess
think she
back
knows
in
what that song is.
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
So, do you guys, like, clearly all the other voices remember. Does the narrator legitimately not
That's
remember?
pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first.
That's not even
version
that
of yourself.
upsetting. That's a totally
At least
reasonable
we can
thing.
remember what
I mean,
happened
granted,
before.
I have
Seems like we
been
should count ourselves
I've
lucky.
been 6 versions of myself, but I feel like people should just get over it. Ask who her favorite character from Smiling Friends is. I wouldn't be able to verify that because I haven't seen the show.
Exactly. He gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. All right?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant?
And why is it
How
Alan? I don't know who Alan is.
Dark.
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even
But I
saying
like
that's too
Dangerous
much.
Waters. I had max insight in Bloodborne.
Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
Well, can you not slay the princess if you know things about her and the situation and what she can do?
I won't.
Fine. But you won't get another word from me on the matter.
Doesn't that just make you take more damage? It makes you take more damage from certain attacks, not all of them. I know too many things.
Yeah, sure.
Also, it makes
We'll see
you better
about
at
that.
magic, I think.
Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
It's only kind of serious. What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new
It makes
place
Winter
and
Lanterns
chains
900
again.
billion% more
of
deadly. That
that.
is true.
And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark.
No, but
than
is that
we are.
really all she knows?
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
That other chain on the wall, who's it for?
I don't know. But you could always try it on.
I guess that's true.
Maybe it'll fit.
It probably will.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going
Look,
to save the world.
I can slay her if I mean, I guess she has a lot more slack on her chains than I would, because this is like maybe a yard, maybe 2 feet. That's maybe 2 feet. She's got like, I don't know, at least a meter of movement. So that actually might be a concern. Still close enough to hold hands. See, there's a good point. What would you have me do?
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry. You'll get it back.
That's ominous.
Is she just gonna kill herself?
But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's
Unless she's just gonna, like, whip it at me and kill me.
Please, she's just
That would be
putting on
kind of
an
sick,
acting facade.
actually.
That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon.
Well, maybe you should have given me more weapons
Though
then.
if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has
Both would be
planned
metal
will
as
for her
fuck.
benefit
Kind of
alone.
true.
There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling
Hey,
out
level
the
1
options,
cleric.
listing the pros and cons.
I hope you're having a good weekend. How's the
Let me
princess
have
thing? Well, I cut off her hand one time and then she had to kill me, but,
Hand her your weapon.
why pick it up to be
Cons
prepared if
are
you're just giving it to
she
her?
might use it to escape and
Because
end
last
the
time I had to
entire
cut her
world.
out of her chains.
She might use
It was to be
kill
prepared.
you.
Do you like your claw hand? Yeah, I think it's cool.
That doesn't sound great.
I have claws, but my hands are
What
more
about the
fluffy than
pros?
scaly.
There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him. Possibly even
Dumbass.
We can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned.
How do you feel about the skeptic? I love the skeptic.
Over in their own ways.
The hero's kind of lame. I hate the narrator. The skeptic is awesome. Big fan. You're gonna have to get used to the hero. Oh, I'm sure. I would expect the shackle.
I wouldn't do that.
I just want to look at it.
And why is that?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
It could be kind of fun.
And what?
We could hang out.
We're going to lock the second we put our wrist into it.
I don't know.
That is not a wrist shackle. How big is your wrist?
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if
The
he's
narrator
telling the
doesn't
truth?
like pet play. All the more reason to distrust him. You could get stuck. That's an option. I'm just gonna look at it. Oh, can somebody kill this guy? I haven't seen one of these guys in a while. Can someone take him out back and kill him? Thank you. I'm gonna look at it.
Against your better judgment, you
Hello.
approach the chain dangling from the far wall.
Old Yeller, that
Watches
user.
you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean?
The
Sounds
music
bad.
stopped as soon as I picked it up.
Yes, it's bad.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Fine.
Oh.
As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp.
I knew it was a neck
By
shackle.
some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping.
I knew it was a fucking neck shackle. It is magic though, which is
Your
kind of cool.
situation weren't bad
Oh.
enough. The same magnetism
Well, that's
repels your
actually
blade,
fine, I guess.
sprung
Nobody
from
has a
your hand
knife,
and sent
so we're pretty much
skittering
good.
across the floor of the basement.
We can hold hands.
Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Yeah. My bad. Sorry, princess. Actually, you could probably reach that.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we?
I think the princess can get that.
That's
She's got slack.
What are we supposed to do now?
Well, hang out.
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Yes, we did. The chains are mean.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
I'm just imagining throwing the knife at the loose chain and it just, like, bouncing back and killing me. Did you know this was going to happen to me?
No.
That makes sense. What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
That's rude.
It's not that rude. So we're both stuck here.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something.
I'm 100% certain she could reach that knife. Kate of not taking the hint.
This is so...
Look, I gotta
boring.
try stuff.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent.
I meant shutting up. She doesn't want to talk. Okay, that's fair. But I mean, we're stuck here together, so like we should probably find some way to entertain
At
ourselves.
least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from
What do you
both
mean?
princess and
The
your
she's
boys
right
to
there.
much
I'm
help.
keeping an eye on her. She's not ending worlds.
She's not ending anything. She's just sitting there.
Yeah.
Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
Well, I'm fine.
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
But
Your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
if time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
What if we got real freaky? What? Who said that? True.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first. A bit
I'm not
bigger
starving
here,
to death,
a bit
I'm
of erosion
noticing.
There, but then they get larger and larger.
Maybe I am special. Maybe I can't die unless somebody stabs me with a really cool knife. That's right there. Narrator, can you come down the stairs and stab me with this knife? I want to retry. Hey, have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk. Remember?
But it's been time.
Still rude.
Okay.
You continue to wait.
Oh,
in
cool!
silence
It's
and
the
cabin
roots are coming
continues to
in.
change. The
Sweet.
decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes.
Maybe
in
I'm
the
just
stone
better. Maybe
and
even
watch
better
light
than the
being
gods.
spread along the
So
ceilings of
true.
the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happens to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
Yeah, Skeptic, I already pointed that out.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
This place is getting kind of awesome.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push
Oh,
themselves
the dagger's
through
gone.
the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid.
Hope next time you say something, she's like,
Covering
will
the
you
ground
shut the
in
fuck up? It's like, I want to be
broken.
friends.
Time continues to pass.
I want to be buddies.
And pass. And pass. Until suddenly,
Oh, cool.
there are no walls. And then... And...
I think he's gone.
Oh.
Would you look at that?
Oh,
She made
she
it out of the
moved up.
cabin.
She's on a separate
Nothing
layer
bad had to
now.
happen to either of us.
She's on a different layer now. I can move her around.
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
It's kind of nice. You can see the stars. Oh.
she's gone. Where did she go?
Huh.
Should we try and find
Can
her?
you see the stars? Well, not anymore. They were there. I saw them.
Oh, there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went. I don't even know how we even go about looking for her.
If there's even a her to find anymore.
True, she did get handsed.
She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
It's just a mirror. I'm gonna approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
We tried to look at it before. It's fine. The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
I mean, that's
Right.
all we got.
Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
You're afraid of a mirror? You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something...
The voices feel small, distant, as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. Yeah? You are alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. Oh, there's layers. Proceed to the cabin. Oh, hey, what's up? You're at the cabin. Oh, she got hands.
Finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
I like your hands. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
I mean, in Undertale, you do see the mirror and it just says it's you. And then if you get to the one at the end of the game, it says it's, despite everything, it's still you. Like, that's Undertale. Like, 100%. But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Oh, they were talking about proceed. It's okay. Fake ass nerd ass nerd. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
They're actually like puppeting her, like they're covering her eyes and the arm is moving her mouth as she's talking. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I'm awesome. I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes. Nerves.
I'm a
that
bunch of
find
hands.
ways to feel the
That's
worlds
kinda sick.
beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
That's fair. Attack the enemy or destroy your body. Why you're stirring eldritch ass bitches? Because I have crazy game. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception.
Oh.
She can make you forget.
You aren't able to slay the princess if you believe she can't be slayed.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
I was sent to slay the princess and stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
How much will I forget?
Everything.
Oh god, she's a philosophy major. That's kind of epic. I almost went into philosophy. And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Okay.
You won't.
Oh. Ugh!
You're on a path. You're here to slay. You make your... We're not going...
Take the blade. Enter the basement. Continue down the
You're
stairs.
still listening to reason.
What? No way. Why would you even think that? The giant knife you're holding.
Blade. Of course. Don't you dare.
No, I
It's
do,
fine.
like, I have to drop the knife.
Thank you.
Immediately drop.
Maybe now we can just talk.
Okay, we talked enough.
Oh,
You know...
I'm getting you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. Maybe it's doubtful.
If there isn't a key, you have an ideas.
She speaks. We were
Okay.
stuck.
Turn to the bottom of the door, the
You
stairs.
make it easier.
Save the princess. Approach the locked door. Warner.
Stop.
Resist? Oh, I can't resist. I can't choose resist anymore. Interesting. I think I didn't talk to her long enough to choose resist. Interesting. Okay.
Thank you. You swing your arm towards her throat, but she's
Oh.
ready for it. You drop the blade. Pathetically.
Uh-oh. She lets go and faster than you can react, rears back and hits you with a bone-shattering haymaker. What a legend.
There's a ringing in your
Ow.
ears. You're fairly certain you can feel bone grinding against bone where she fractured your jaw, but your body isn't allowing you to feel much right now. Adrenaline coursing through your system and numbing your nerves. You fall to your knees. You're barely able to bring your trembling
Good
arm up
job,
to defend
moron.
yourself before she hits you again.
Uh-oh.
Every
Ow.
blow is as punishing as the first.
Can you just stab
You
me?
feel bones
Ow.
shred with every
Oh, dang. Oh,
I'm
I
sorry
hate
for not
that.
resisting. I didn't talk to you long enough. I didn't know I had to do that.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground. Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess. It can't just end like this. I'm sorry.
My
Everything
bad.
goes dark. And you die.
The tower. Oh, I'm getting a different ending now. Or I'm getting a different
You're on
chapter.
a path. You're here to slay her. Warn she will lie. We might. Can we tell? I'm not being a pessimist.
Oh, there's Poise of the Broken now.
Realist. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her.
Pledge yourself to her.
If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we rescue her. Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her.
Skip
and
dialogue,
pledging
SMH. Yeah, I didn't
yourself.
realize we got a new
Either would
guy.
be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be. If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say.
My bad.
The interior of the
Oh, this
crane
is
larger
huge.
and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest.
They even told you about the skip
The
scene
only
dialogue
furniture of
button.
note is a massive marble altar.
They
with a
did.
pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
I know, I
We
know.
feel so small.
Because we are literally
We
small.
don't feel small. We
And you
are.
manually skip it like a chump, SMH. You didn't say anything about the mirror.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die.
Shut the hell up, Voice of the
I'm sure if
Broken.
we looked in there.
Shut the fuck up!
Last time, you're not going
Every
to
choice is
die
a different route, so every time you do
unless
something you previously didn't, it will
Luckily
always
for
be
you,
new.
there isn't a mirror,
Interesting.
so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal. Probably.
I'm like a
Do you
bird.
not know
I'm like a
what
bird girl. I'm like a
He
creature.
knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
I care about whether or not I'm being lied to. There's a mirror.
As do I. And yeah, there is. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
I'm approaching mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach
Once again, the
forward
mirror
and
is
rub
gone.
Your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better.
I want the skeptic back. I hate this guy.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase.
Hydrate
It
time.
steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment,
Delicious
you
water.
almost feel at ease. Huh. This is actually kind of nice. it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Oh, she's probably enormous, huh? Now go get a root beer. I wish I had a root beer. I had a really, really good one last night.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Okay.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like
I have an
this last
RC
time.
Cola. Interesting.
We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Okay, down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak
she's like
starlight,
ethereal in
her
there.
figure
That's kind of
framed
cool.
by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her.
Shut the hell up,
A
man.
toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
Please don't misgender me.
You brought that knife again.
She's in sheer
Even though
this
you
time?
know it's useless. Such
How are you gonna slay her this time?
charming
I have
audacity.
not slayed her, and I plan to continue not slaying her.
Drop it.
I'm tightening my grip.
As if on command, the blade
Oh shit.
slips from your grasp.
Fuck.
It
Balls.
flutters uselessly to the floor, but we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is...
You'll never
dropped
beat the
the
game
blade.
if you don't. I mean, that makes sense. I'm gonna try a bunch of different
Of
stuff,
course we
though.
dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels.
I came back at a good time. Yeah, it turns out you can't resist if you don't talk to her long enough in the first one. I had no idea.
Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
Can I have my dagger back? No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Ma'am, I need my
Legs
dagger.
buckle,
Ugh.
your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. No.
Can I have my dagger?
why don't
It's
we
right here.
talk?
I like my
Last
dagger.
time,
It's like a safety
you
blanket.
didn't even scratch me. And yet here you are again, trying to
Yeah, well, I wasn't
succeed
trying
where
to scratch you. The narrator made me do that.
catastrophically failed. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death?
I think I'm gonna split out. I want to play that. That's fair. Safety dagger. It's like my safety blanket. I need it to feel secure.
Speak.
The last time we met, nobody should have met her before this. You should be the first. You're the only one I trust to deal with her.
Then you shouldn't have trusted us. There was nothing we could do to stop her then. And there's nothing we can do to stop her now.
He's being melodramatic, but yeah, we've been here before, and she absolutely destroyed us.
Yeah, she destroyed us because we
What
tried
were
to
we
stab
supposed to do
her.
to stop her?
It was totally justified destruction.
That's worrying. Whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
You're supposed to end the world.
You weak-willed buffoon.
What?
Is that so?
Tell her everything, though? That's the
Princess
plan.
closes her eyes in contemplation.
Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you...
There's one thing you gotta request, though. What is
will
that,
help me
tease?
seize it.
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do.
Man, put the dogs away.
Maybe she'll be nice to us.
What happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
I mean, you can
There's
kill me
an
again
empty
if you
place
want.
at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps. Or a
Oh,
pet.
there's no second chain now in this route. Interesting. Mod that adds some Timberlands to every princess design. Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
I'm not gonna help you end the world. I don't care if something new comes after. I just can't let you do that.
I say, perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters.
I don't want to cure cancer. I just want to turn people into dinosaurs ass response, to be honest.
Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what?
No objections here.
Don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade.
Definitely a
Your
better,
eye
just
falls
a
on the
definitely
blade,
good, a
you
good
feel
choice
the
to
weight.
have the knife.
Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses.
I don't even know if I could reach her heart at this point. I would have to have some crazy ups.
Puppeteer.
Who's probably gonna make you stab yourself? Oh yeah. Why? What are you trying to make me do with it? I'm gonna kill you. You're not kidding about that divine hand. Who's doing this? Is it her? Is it you? No.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
Okay.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To defy me is to claim we stand on level ground.
Now
We
do the
do
Carlton. I would do the
not.
Carlton. That seems fun.
You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
Yeah, but that's literally level ground. You're like talking like dark and light here. That's two sides of the same coin. You don't seem to really get
Take
that.
knife in your hand and slit your throat.
I'd really rather not.
Don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unfair. End her.
I would really like to. I'm slaying the princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time.
Only people who are nice to me get to keep me as a pet. That's how it works.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I would really rather not.
Sorry. Don't.
Ugh!
Another step forward. The blade digs into your.
That was one of my lungs!
Flesh with
I have two of those!
It somehow feels.
It's fine, I have two of them. I have two lungs.
The simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility. Then
Ow.
it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh.
That was my favorite lung. I know it was the right one. That was the biggest one I had.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
I would really
Those are
just...
words you don't have to listen to.
I am doing my best not to, narrator.
That's what she wants.
I hate this guy.
Heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you.
I would appreciate that.
Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital
Ugh.
organs. The blade
Ugh.
still flails towards you,
Ugh.
managing to slice bits of skin that prop to the
Ugh.
floor to join the growing pile of blood
Ugh.
and gore beneath it.
What a pitiful display.
Ow, ow. Okay, you can stop. She's talking. Stop.
Defy a god.
Stop stabbing me.
It doesn't have to be like this.
Ow.
It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end.
Stop
You
it.
can choose to leave
Stop.
that
Stop.
pressured vessel
Stop
for
stabbing
the
me.
next.
Stop it.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this
Stop
temple
stabbing me. Stab somebody else. The broken dude's a toxic sub. You hate to see it. Honestly, stop. Stop stabbing me.
Princess, even as repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement. You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand.
Honestly.
My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if
Why?
you didn't have to contend with free will.
Stop stabbing
You're
me.
making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't.
Shut the fuck up, man. I hate you.
She has to.
Stop.
Ow.
As you
Hey,
finish
hey,
this
what's
ordeal,
up?
You fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor.
You could have said stop at any time, you know.
Throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers.
Okay, this is kind of nice. This is fine.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different.
Yeah, sorry, I skipped dialogue before. That was my bad.
Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death.
That's a little demeaning, isn't it?
Honestly.
Yes, how thoughtful of her.
It's a mercy. Take it.
I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of
Literally.
this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows.
Stab her now. That is the plan.
To her.
And then probably stab myself. I don't want to walk around with all my body cut up and shit.
Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through.
This is what you get for being mean to me.
React.
Hey.
The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow.
Wow, she is really fucking enormous.
Her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance. She falls to the floor, crashing.
Shadow of the Colossus, her. I'm gonna climb you like a tree and then I'm gonna cut you down. Sorry about that, but that's just how it gotta be.
Time to recover, your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest. As you find your target.
Oh, she doesn't seem to be affected by this.
Emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh. We can do this, can't we?
Is our knife long enough to reach her heart when she's this big?
You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
Her heart is huge. It takes 97 stabs.
Just pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
We cut her Achilles tendon and stabbed her in the chest. It's a little late.
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You heathen!
Before you can
Ow.
strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's
Oh,
a
shit.
sudden wet pop. Your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientation,
She's fucking doing Street Fighter combos on me.
into your chest. Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact. You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
I was just mean to you like you were mean to me.
You're monsters.
You made me stab myself a whole bunch, so I stabbed you a whole bunch. Fair's fair.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Oh, another hydrate redeem.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine.
Yeah, the pain is a lot.
She collapses to the floor.
Ow.
Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two of you perish together.
I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here.
This is fine. If I was gonna slay a princess, I'm glad it was this one.
Let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something.
Like if I was gonna slay a princess, it was definitely gonna be this one. Yeesh.
Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Ooh.
On a path in the woods. And at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
Honestly, what the fuck? Shut the hell up, man.
I think he's upset. What's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
Exactly.
Stubborn's in my corner.
Destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was. Ever.
This place is pretty gross.
You're damn right we did. And you'll get over it.
Balls.
Can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us and you almost got us killed.
Honestly.
You're being too generous. He did get us killed.
Also true.
Right, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions. Okay, great, you're listening.
Oh, a soundtrack now, yeah.
You're on a path.
We're not in the woods. Those are bones.
Is that
And that's
your
meat.
Thing is telling us about the princess. Don't waste your breath. We know all about her. And it's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been.
And you said if we slayed the princess, this wouldn't happen again.
Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been.
We haven't been here.
This is all different.
Welcome to Unidentified Flesh Pit National Park, honestly.
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that. Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted.
Ah.
So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart life.
This isn't a restart.
Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. You'd better take things seriously.
Oh, I am. It feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. You better all listen to me when time comes to make a choice.
So what if I'm speaking my mind? It's not like I've ever really got...
No, because you suck and we hate you.
Crock of shit.
Eat some flesh dirt. I think it's just flesh.
Yeah, you stabbed us last time. Repeatedly.
Yeah.
It didn't even work. It doesn't count.
Yes, it does.
We died. If you didn't submit to her, for all we know, that wouldn't have happened.
It's the punishment you all deserved for not listening to me. To her.
I hate this guy.
Aside from our sulking friend, I don't think you have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here. I don't think that's a
Well, at
good
least
thing.
Hero and Stubborn can probably hold Broken
The
down.
second he tries something, I'll put a stop to it.
Appreciate it. If I don't slay her, if I just stay here or do anything else and we hit this point of no return, then what happens?
Then what happens? Have you even been listening? The end is what happens.
This looks pretty ended to me.
Yeah, but is there something after the end? How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there. If there even is a there, it doesn't matter because we're going to win. Now that's exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be consumed with self-doubt. Don't flirt with oblivion.
But Oblivion is hot.
Everything will be absolutely fine.
Kind of looks like metal CD cover art, kind of badass. Yeah, but I wouldn't want to live there. No matter what happens, it seems like our answer's at the cabin. We might as well see it through.
Good. We're all on the same page. It isn't
We are
time
not.
for
You still want me to slay her, and I'm just like, I'm gonna decide per princess who's getting slayed. I bet rent would be low as fuck. I don't think anyone would come here to collect rent.
final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
If there's still a princess in the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now. You're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining.
Cabin time.
The
Ooh.
interior of the cabin is a place
Ooh.
that feels long
Oh,
forgotten.
it's all mirror.
There was once an elegance to its construction. Carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that
What are we
is
in
how it was.
Scorn now?
Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat. That's horrible.
Yes.
This. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
It's the mirror again. And this time it's blocking the door.
A mirror? There is no mirror. We've done this already. Try to keep up. The repetition is maddening. I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more. What are you trying to say?
He thinks we've lost it. That we're succumbing to madness, that something in us has broken.
I mean, that's fine. This is a pretty madness landscape, so I think a succumbing to madness here is probably fine.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again.
Yeah. Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange. It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here?
Didn't take the knife first. Rookie mistake. Well, I didn't open it yet.
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
Don't you want to know what we'll see? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it. Now then, just smash it. Let's get violent already. Do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, you did. Well, I didn't open it. I just stood in front of it.
Aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? You step forward.
I'm sure we could go back up. Probably.
The stairs
Ooh.
leading down to the basement are
Like I said, rookie mistake. Fair enough.
The high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
That's actually fair now.
Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart?
No, that was plenty.
Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
That doesn't sound great.
Why? Why did you desecrate her?
Because she was mean to me.
Not you.
Got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good. She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination. We're going to put an end to her once and for all.
Well, first we have to go back up the stairs and get the knife.
Our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make?
It makes us like a crow, I think.
She was going to end the world last time.
You can't.
I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here. It's why your task is so important.
I can't, I guess. The narrator doesn't seem to have a problem with me not having the knife for some reason.
The chamber's walls are painted.
Oh, you look kind of epic now, actually.
That drips down in
I like the bone high heels.
charred corpses that make
Kinda
up its
sick.
floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
No. Oh.
It's not so much a moment of hesitation.
Oh, she's gonna pull her arm off, huh?
Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin.
I feel like we should run back up the stairs, real quick.
Then, with a nauseating sound,
Ooh, she degloved herself.
it plops to the ground.
Ugh.
She pulls her red, glistening arm free from her binding.
Kind of Phyrexia chic, if I'm being honest.
She is loose, and she is coming for you.
Let that end. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her. It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen.
Screw that. We can win. We've done it before, and we'll do it again. This time, we'll make it out the other side.
Guys, we forgot to get the
She's
knife.
done most of the work for us. We don't even have a weapon.
Yeah, we forgot.
It doesn't matter. I refuse to go out any way that isn't kicking and screaming.
Can we run? Wait, we don't have to do this.
You're right. We don't. But I want to. So badly.
She bounds across the room, her fists ready, her heart set upon your destruction.
Oh, those are nails.
With a
Ugh.
horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
That's kind of crazy. How did she even do that?
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever. Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
Oh, that... Hi, hands. Hello. True to her word, you do not die by her hand, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's okay. It's gonna be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so
Hey,
bad.
Legate.
Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
We got mushed. We got turned into goo.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Why? She's gone.
I don't want to look at us.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is gonna be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there.
Why does
Maybe
Stubborn
we'll
always
find
want
her.
to break shit?
A mercy.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. Have I? I feel like I'm the same. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives. and
So what
carves
is
new
this game?
avenues of
Well,
expression.
we're here to slay the
All
princess.
are different, but I am the same.
And we just slayed a princess and then got killed by the next princess. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be.
She talks like a female
This is the
Shakespeare.
only path
I mean, she just speaks poetically. That doesn't make her Shakespeare. Very different style. When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be.
Yeah,
And
she's
with
not a
inspiration
hack. Hey,
I
Shakespeare
can
wrote good.
complicated truths.
It was just not the high poetry everyone expected, like, believes that he wrote. He wrote, like, stuff for the masses. It's funny, there's, like, sex jokes and stuff in it.
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them.
There is a hurt that dwells in them, but they are not me. They are thoughts and perspectives. They are feelings that inform my being. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was
I want
before.
ice cream. Me too, Teeps. Every day of my goddamn life.
I cannot be as I was before. There are new spaces that I must fill.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers.
We gotta marry Hans McGee, and I'm all for it. Hans McGee is nice. I like Hans McGee. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the
I do not eat
path of
pineapple on
perspective
pizza.
and memory.
It is not good. It is fully evil. I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
I don't know that emote combo says otherwise. I've given you too much power with the hungry emote.
You're on a path in the woods.
Sweet! I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution!
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
Take the blade. Enter the basement.
The door to the...
Just checking in on you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about.
You walk down the stairs.
Dude, we're gonna kill this
and
princess
lock
so
eyes with the
hard.
princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife, and the two of us...
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just... Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do.
Let's drop it again.
The blade
I'm always down
comes
with
out
just
trembling
hanging.
hands and drops to the floor.
Don't do that. Fuck the hero. Be a stone cold killer. No, I'm hanging out. We're still hanging out.
Thank you.
God damn it. We're buddies.
Against your
Me and the
better
princess are
judgment,
buddies in case
you
that
step
unless the
forward
narrator
to
makes me
speak
kill
with the
her.
princess face to face, unarmed.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
That laugh. I think I'm in love.
See, now that's what I like.
Stop it.
Stop it.
I have no idea. To be honest, well, I don't even know why I'm down here, or how I got here. I was kind of hoping you might be able to shed some light on the whole situation.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your
Okay, that's not a good answer. How long have you been down here? Get freaky and make the narrator watch. That is the ideal. Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
No. Oh, no?
You're lying.
How did you know that?
Don't think that just because I'm the one in chains, it means you have a right to interrogate me.
Okay, that's fair, actually. How would I get you out of here?
You can't.
Okay, we talked enough. I'm getting you out of here. I'm gonna check upstairs.
You'll shout.
Try the door. Return.
You make your way back.
And I can't choose to save her. I guess we're just gonna stab her.
Without
Wink.
hesitation, you bring
You
the blade
fully
down.
missed.
The princess flinches as you strike, and your weapon sinks into her shoulder.
She was sitting still.
You bastard. If I have to kill you to leave this place, I'll do it.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened. It's an act. She's unarmed, and there's nothing she can do to hurt you.
She could punch me really, really hard. It worked last time.
I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you raise your blade to strike again, she kicks out, knocking your legs out from under you.
Ow.
The two of you struggle on the ground. You lash out with the blade, slicing wherever you can. Her fists connect with your body again and again, each blow stronger than the last, shattering bone and rupturing tissue with reckless abandon. Forget trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. You roll out of her grasp and shakily push yourself.
Oh, I'm feeling a little woozy. Oh, I'm wobbling.
Though every inch of you is in pain, the princess probably has it worse. Blood
That's like
pours out
3
from
gashes.
countless gashes, staining her once
Oh, I'm a little
pristine
wobbly.
face.
I don't know if I'm
She
gonna be able to
pauses
do
for a
this.
moment, catching her breath, staring at you with wild eyes. We can still turn this around.
That's true. Let's finish the job. I'm not just gonna leave her bleeding.
You steel your resolve and take another step towards the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me?
You gotta
What was that about not
bleed,
making it out
filter,
alive?
Kate. Use the PvP meta.
think this is
I'm
what
gonna
you
hit her
want
with a
to
bunch
do?
of roses.
I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
Ow.
Two of you clash for
Oh.
the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers.
Quick, use rivers of blood. I just have a dagger, and I don't know how to
Sinking
parry.
your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh,
The two of you fall to the floor.
My bad.
This was fun. You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
No, not even a little.
But you don't have the time to.
Oh, she's
worry
a
over
freak
her
freak.
words. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The adversary.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I don't think that's true. Okay, but I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us.
Oh, the stubborn's
The
back.
only thing that matters is marching up to that.
I guess the stubborn shows up every time you slay a princess, and the skeptic shows up every time you choose to spare a princess.
That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real.
I wish I could get the skeptic back. I miss him. Proceed.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
Yeah, you said that before.
Cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like
That's not how it works. Oh, okay.
In the middle of a fight.
I miss the
Are you
skeptic.
sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Crystal. Let's just get on with it already.
We love to argue with the voices in your head. Oh yeah, it's one of the most entertaining parts of this game is arguing with the voices in your head. What does this one look like?
The cabin
Oh, this is kinda
tighter
nice,
than its
actually.
exterior would suggest. Its cold stone
It's like a
walls
cave,
pressing on you,
almost.
as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Jason the Stubborn Statham. What?
The blade is your
I know. I would approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
Listen to how he talks. Okay, fair enough.
You reach forward.
Wall.
But there was a mirror a second ago.
I miss the
Now
mirror.
It's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it.
I was a little stinky down here.
If the princess lives
Ooh.
here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
I'm not so good at fighting,
This
to
isn't
be
what she
honest.
sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
No, I wouldn't say that's threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and
Me?
keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to
This
save
sounds like
the
a good princess.
not to have a good fight.
This is a solid princess, I think.
As you descend
Oh,
from
hell
the
yes.
stairs,
She's
the
a funny
form of the
devil.
princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from
Oh, and
her
it's also
wrist to
missing the
basement wall.
second shackle here, too.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
Honestly.
And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Do we have to break each other into little pieces? I hope you heard all that, Mr. Narrator. This is a lot different than last time, but it definitely happened.
What's that? Oh, that whole deja vu situation. Yes, it does seem like you...
Ma'am,
certain
honestly.
each other, so let's
Best
say for a
princess so
moment that-
far, design-wise.
For all we know,
I love
what
horns
happened
and tails.
Last time was just a fluke, and,
And a
beyond that,
smug
you
little
don't remember
grin.
Anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time.
Are you okay?
She got hooves. Well, she can go in the jacuzzi.
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still
The adversary. Yup.
Not all of us have the luxury of
The
jumping
devil.
over to a parallel universe the second we die.
I'm actually here to free you.
Free her? You aren't. I don't know why I'm even bothering, to be honest. You know the stakes of the situation.
Who says I want to be free?
Okay, that's fair. If you don't want to be free, what do you want?
I want the two of us to fight to the death. I want to feel your knife split my flesh. And I want to hear your bones snap beneath my fists.
I do have, like, bird bones, so that's probably
Is that
gonna
really
happen.
too much to ask?
It's a lot to ask.
Especially that last part. Don't be such a coward. I'm just being cautious. If it comes to violence, we can find a way to deal with her that doesn't involve throwing our life away. I'd rather not die again, and I find it...
Oh, don't be a baby. We'll
disturbing
come
you
back.
still
It's
relish the
fine.
thought of it. Because it doesn't matter if we die again. It'll just be another opportunity to have the fight of our life. We don't know that.
Don't be a pussy. Just fight to the death. Yeah, we'll come back. It's cool. I'm not fighting a giant demon lady. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first, like how we're both still alive.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you.
Wah, wah, wah. Dying
I'm back and
hurts.
done.
Grow up. We died a bunch and nobody cried about it before.
Don't you get
Except for the
it?
broken, and I
We
hate
have free
him.
reign to wail on each other. Forever.
I mean, I guess. I'm not really I'm not really into killing,
I've said
though.
it better myself.
I could be convinced, you know? You look different.
You look exactly the same.
Yeah. So you do remember me.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
Okay, fair enough. I haven't decided on what I'm doing yet.
You haven't decided? We talked more than enough last time. Do you really have anything else to say? Or are you just...
Look, I just don't like killing women.
I'm going to
Is that so
kill
much
you?
to say? Like, is that so terrible?
If you want to talk, I guess I can talk. But you
I also don't like
come
when women kill me, but I have less reservations about that. God damn it, Kate, she wants to throw down sexy style. It's not sexy if I have a knife. Okay, I'm gonna attack her. I'm gonna step closer first, actually.
Blade held tight in your hand, you take a cautious step towards the princess.
Loving the jawline, to be honest.
You stop a few feet short of her reach, her chains taut as she stares down at you. She's a lot bigger than I thought she was.
And that's ideal.
Why do you sound so scared? We can take her.
Well, what do you want? Because every second we waste talking is a second we could spend killing each other instead.
That's true. Can't we just, I don't know, spar a little? Maybe there's a compromise where we can all get what we want. Nobody has to die. The world doesn't have to end.
Sparring? That's just play fighting. It isn't real. What's real is when my flesh splits open. What's real is when you keep getting up until your legs can't hold you. What's real are the things we do to each other when the only options left are winning and dying. That is the only thing I'm interested in.
Okay, fair enough. We have to figure out why we're here, though. Kate, you have to match her freak. I don't know if I have enough freak to match this.
We don't. Because I know why we're here. We're here to kill each other.
Okay.
We're here to kill each other. It sounds like she doesn't care if she dies here. Maybe we can use that to our advantage. How boring. I'm not interested in watching you try and...
Kate, you're fumbling. You're pissing her off. That's fair.
I'm interested in overpowering her. We shouldn't need to use any dirty little tricks to win.
I'll leave it at that. Fine, if you want to fight, I'll give you a fight.
Finally ready to
Fight
complete
moment.
your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and
I just wanted to tell her I was gonna fight her before I tried to stab her, you know?
here we go. Let's make this count. Oh, we'll make it count, all right. As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood.
Ooh!
Unfazed by your onslaught, her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact.
I feel like if you're, like, 7 feet tall and shredded, my, like, twiggy little body isn't really a threat to you, to be honest.
She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me.
That's true.
It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart.
Okay.
You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point?
Alright.
So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get you.
Alright.
Reincarnation or
Gotcha.
This world.
I just need to glue my ribs back together.
She's huge, but that's
She's
probably
giving you
one
so
thing
many
about-
second chances.
Take it slow. Think it through. And don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of
I'm not gonna bleed her out. She's gonna be so upset if I do that.
Listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
I get you, stubborn. Going straight for the heart.
That's your plan, then. That's your plan. Push off the ground, ignoring the pain in your ribs as you.
I'm glad she
charge at the
clearly
princess once
communicated her needs. That's much preferable than that other thing.
You can
Oh,
feel flesh
shit.
give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum. Your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her.
Narrator,
arm.
give me plot armor. Narrator, plot armor now. I need it. I'm gonna die if you don't.
Pull it out. We'll try a different angle. No, we can do this.
Wait, through the arm? Are you deranged?
Pushing.
Oh shit, I right-clicked. I guess I'll keep pushing. Stubborn seems to know what's happening.
The princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yes. You finally get it, don't you?
I don't get it. I'm trying to do what you want, you know? I just want you to have a good time. Lie, I do.
Nothing exists outside of us. It's just you and me, dying and coming back, clashing against each other. Forever.
I don't think that's true.
That's not what's going on. There's an entire world at stake here. Don't you all get it? The fate of the world doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this fight.
And look at us. We're both so much stronger than we were last
Are
time.
we?
Think about how much
You
more
blew my ribs up by punching me once.
Nothing is better than this.
Now kiss. She's definitely gonna bite me on my face if I try to kiss her.
She's right. Imagine how much further we can push each other. Imagine how strong we can be. I warned you on the stairs, and I'll warn you again. Don't get caught up in emotion. Remember.
Yeah, it's so romantic.
I
My
hate
soft little
using
face.
words.
I don't want her to
So
bite it off.
clumsy.
Uh-oh.
Balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee. It glides
Ugh.
to your ribs, and you feel them
Not my ribs again.
cracking like wet wood from the impact.
I'm running out of
We're
ribs.
fine, but you barely have enough time to
Oh.
do this before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead against yours. Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor.
Ow.
I said we're fine.
Yeah, we're
You said
fine.
you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened.
We're good.
I might not have said as much, but you certainly implied it.
She's not bleeding anymore. Oh no, there she goes.
The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm.
No, you're fine. Yeah, the stubborn probably is right. We're probably fine. We don't need our
Its
ribs.
sinewy prison.
Ribs aren't necessary.
You forgot this.
Oh, thanks.
She tosses it at your feet.
Were you being metaphorical when you said nothing exists outside of us? They're bored of the world in this cabin. I saw trees and everything on my way here.
I meant that nothing else matters. It's hard to describe. It's just a feeling. That it's just us. That when we hurt each other, we're alive. And when that happens, everything else is gone. You feel it too, right?
Okay, I'm attacking you again. Here we go.
You and the princess attack each other, each of you dealing a single, terrible, lethal blow.
Wait, does that mean
No, we're super dead.
Dead. Or rather, about to be dead. As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess...
I think she
bares
just
her fist
punched us in the chest
softly
3
to your
times and
ribs.
we died.
You feel a few horrifically painful pops, a gush of fluid, and... it's over.
No, it's not. We're just getting started.
But it is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin.
Nah, we're
There are a
good.
few better endings than that.
Well, are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to listen to me? Get up.
Get up.
Wait, no, that can't be right. Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet.
Oh, that's weird.
I told you. I told you this wasn't over.
What about her? The blade went right through her heart.
What about her? If we're fine, then she's fine.
That's a good point, actually.
She's dead. She has to be... No!
Oh, cool.
Right. We're all shit out of luck, aren't we? I knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. This is perfect.
Oh, because as long as we believe, she is a creature of perception, of course.
The princess rises from the ground, staggering slightly, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade still buried in her heart.
Okay, can I have that back?
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing. and
Technically,
throws it
so
at
are
your
you.
feet.
Oh, that makes sense.
You know what to do. Again.
Well, if I could just get back up, why don't we go at it with fists? I don't need the knife.
Back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that?
Well, she's into
All
it,
of you
is the
need to settle
thing.
down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering. She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all.
Oh, we just missed her heart. Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was finally over.
True.
Well, I guess I had it wrong. You guess you had it wrong. Aren't you supposed to know everything?
Yeah, you're the narrator. You're you're not even me. You're just supposed to know stuff.
I never said I knew everything.
Well, he doesn't know that stuff's resetting, so that's fair. Close to untethering, what's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It
I
means
untethered
actually-
last time. That wasn't great.
But you did say it, so it means something.
Where's the skeptic? I need the
Stop
skeptic.
bickering over nothing. Our destiny is right in front of us. Pick up the blade and go to her.
Okay, fine. That is what I meant by untethering. Do you hear him rounding on?
Fight.
Destiny. He's lost the thread, and if you lose the thread, you won't be able to save the world.
Yeah, but the world's, not in danger, to be honest.
What is that supposed to mean? I don't have to answer that, and I'm not going to answer that. Why the bloody hell not? Because right now, there's still a razor-thin chance that you're able to get your act together. There are patterns of thought out there that beg to be finished.
Fuck
Once
that,
you
our
finish
fight
them,
wife won't
that's it.
fight.
They change
Yes, she
everything.
does.
There's no
I'm gonna
going
keep
back if
thinking
I
it
say
over for a little
anything
bit, though.
else.
I'm not a fight wife,
One of those
to be
words.
honest. The only reason I can engage is because the stubborn is keeping me alive. The princess can't die. You mean, the princess can't die, don't you? Well, it's too late for that. I think we all thought that one. I'm not gonna say the princess can't die. I'm not even gonna think it. Lie, the princess can't die. Well, I'm not gonna think it.
But you did think it, didn't you? I tried, you know. I tried very hard to make this work.
It worked fine.
I don't like that resignation. Are you sure we can't just unthink it?
Yes, like I said, I'm afraid some thoughts can't be unthought. I'll be back in a moment. I'm going to pour myself a stiff drink If I'm going to see the end of everything, I'd rather not be sober.
So I was right. Why are all of you so glum? This is perfect, isn't it? We get to experience greatness and battle and triumph forever.
Do we get snuggling? Is snuggling in somewhere in the greatness and battle and triumph?
But I think it was the stubborn one who said, "Your destiny awaits," right?
I mean, I guess I gotta.
No, hold on. There has to be another way. What if we...
Well, she's not ending the world. She's just ending us over and over
What if we run
again.
away? What if we convince her not to end the world? You can't reason with her. Ending the world is her fundamental nature. It's not a decision she can flip on and off. It is her. And what exactly can't we leave her down here? Because all it would do is stall the inevitable. And what's wrong with stalling? Oh, there's plenty wrong with stalling. The end is still the end, and I'd rather face mine head on.
True.
You mopey ass. Why did you even ask us to slay her if it was going to end like this?
Honestly.
Because it didn't have to end like this. If you don't mind, I'd rather not spend everyone's last moments arguing with you. It's time. Yes, I suppose it is. If we fight her forever, then maybe she can't end the world.
Think about it.
Everything can still work
If
out.
we're fighting her forever, she can't blow up the world. She's going to be occupied fighting us forever.
I guess we'll just have to see how things play out.
Don't you get it? You don't have to shuffle your feet. What comes next is going to last forever.
Join your adversary.
With an unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look. Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess aiming to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body. The impact forces the air from your lungs, stars dancing in front of your eyes as you fail to keep your bearing. You both collapse to the ground before either of you has a chance to survey the damage.
And then we get up.
And up we go.
Yes.
Oh, her neck's
You
fine.
get up.
That was a good one. More.
Slay the princess.
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating blows. Sometimes you manage to strike first, and sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to act.
Oh, the elbow drop.
Often than not, each of you
Oh, my
falls
arm.
down
No.
in the same
I was
moment.
using that. I think that's me cutting off her fingers.
And then you get up and do it again.
Hoof.
Again. And again. And again. And again.
The hoof crush.
We're all still here. This is all gonna be okay,
I mean, this isn't really okay.
isn't it?
But he doesn't answer the voice. He'll never answer. He's gone.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is...
Bye.
What is this place?
Did we do this?
Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right.
It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything.
True.
Far from it.
It's the quiet place. Okay, Stubborn, you can shut up now.
Too.
The princess stumbles, and her body slumps.
I feel so tired.
Yeah, sorry about that. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Screw that. This can't be the end. It just can't.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Oh, I'm melting. You've withered. Ew, I don't like that. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
I
Should have used lotion,
love
honestly.
voice of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
How can you stand to be a... Oh, let's see. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Consistently have a great rack, use a universal constant. Yeah, except when she's like really, really like thin. It's just like she's clearly not getting fed enough until she becomes shredded. Let's see. Have you figured out what you'll want when you're finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
She wants to go to Denny's and get a Grand Slam. Well, that's achievable. It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse.
Hydrate.
Does it make me care for you any less? Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
I just want it all to stop.
It will, in time.
Constantly hydrating you because you're talking a lot. I appreciate that. Though I did just run out of water, so I'm gonna have to get cranberry juice next time. What do you think of this vessel?
This one yearns to grow and struggle.
Creepy.
Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a fierce heart. Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Ooh! Ouchie. Got a strawberry parfait at work last night. Nice.
And at the end,
Okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
Never had a parfait before that. Just how it is, just what a parfait is doesn't sound that appealing to me, but I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Within. We're not gonna.
Proceed. Take the blade,
You take the.
enter the basement.
The door to the basement.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
I haven't decided yet. Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands.
Are you coming on to
drops
me?
to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Quick, what about your 45 Magnum? It's a 44 Magnum, thank you. A nice round number. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
We talked enough.
Oh,
Slay the princess, I guess.
Doubt unfortunately,
Oh, shit.
a moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and
Fought your
deliver a
50 cal
catastrophic
deagle. I have a
blow.
50 cal like a Beretta 50 cal. I don't use a deagle.
Feels like you've been hit with a
Ow.
sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your
My
jaws
bad.
fall.
I'm sorry for warning. Ow. Shit.
Holy shit, that hurt.
Ow.
Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you.
Well, this is
and to leave
familiar.
the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more.
The ugliest gun you've ever held as a punishment. Oh no.
Crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
I don't think that's true. I'm out.
Are you serious? It's a good idea. We've taken some bad hits, but we've dealt some too. She has to be feeling it more than we are. Let's regroup upstairs. If we're lucky, maybe she'll just bleed out.
Let's scurry.
Fine. You make a mad dash to the basement stairs, the princess's chains rattling as she tries to chase you, but pulling taut much too soon for her to catch up.
How goes it? It's going pretty well.
Do you really think
We've
you
slain
can
a few
just
princesses.
walk out of here?
We've not slain, I think, like 2 princesses. The ones I did slay didn't give me much of a choice, and the ones I didn't slay were the ones who gave me the option.
She steps towards you, ignoring her chains.
Oh.
Creak and strain as she pulls against
uh,
them until finally they break.
Whoa.
The links clatter to the floor. Useless. She's free. Hurry. You push your broken body as she closes in and just barely manage to pass the threshold of the basement door.
Found some
before
Innistrad.
she
Ooh,
catches up
cool.
to you. You close the basement
The
door,
little
locking it behind you and
table.
quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing
The bundles that have the
for a while
cigar
might
card
make
you wanted.
things
You got your
a little
cheese enchiladas. Ooh. Have fun. I will, and I am.
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement.
But there are
door.
keys on it. But are there keys on it?
It isn't
No.
long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come.
And why did you leave them
Instead, your
there?
rest is broken by a
You know, I wanted to.
wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
2 porta-4 sleep care, but you should drink water and sit up. Okay, I could do that.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
Yeah, but we're
She
buddies.
sounds terrifying.
We're buddies.
Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something.
We're
out of a
so
nightmare.
friends. I'm really sorry for stabbing you.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it.
I think you will. I think we'll be buddies. I think we're friends.
You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
I think I know you pretty well at this point.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Just ignore her. Maybe
Nap
the
time.
banging and wailing will stop if you just don't pay attention to it. You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You
Oh.
jolt in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar.
Why did she have me cut her out of there so many times if she could just yank the fucking chain off the wall?
Where is she?
Thanks for
Oh, hey,
helping
what's
me out
up?
of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The
She is a being of
paralysis comes
perception.
in
That's
waves.
true. The door was open,
First
so
your
naturally
clothes
she's
go
out of
off,
the basement.
And then your feet. And then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
Are you numbing my legs? Because that's kind of mean.
She steps closer.
Oh, hi.
One silent footfall.
You really look like you're hovering. Your eyes are really, really bugging out.
Your organs shutting down one by one.
You have to cut her out because you don't have a key and you haven't seen her strength. I mean, that makes sense, actually.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame.
Yeah, you're like shutting my organs down. That's not great.
We could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs.
That's not true. The narrator would make me try to stab you,
and your heart
and then you would have cut my
freezes in
throat.
your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end. Don't we?
Huh?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything
Did this
ends.
one not know that
I'm sorry,
that we were gonna come
but
back?
it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
You go to kill her because you perceive her as a threat to the world, and now she'd have that level of strength. That makes sense. The nightmare. But it's like that was the first one that didn't seem aware that I would be coming, that we would both be coming back.
The woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie. She will
I don't
cheat,
think she will. I think she'll be like a
everything in her power to
spooky
stop you from
bitch,
slaying
if
her.
I had to guess.
Don't believe a word she says.
I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided
She finds
to
out
lock
about the
her
loop
away.
the same way you do. Oh, really? Because the first time she killed me, she said that she would see me in my next life.
It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
The paranoid. Where's the skeptic? I miss him.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room.
She said maybe we'll meet again in the next
Pristine
life.
blade stands between
Eh.
you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Hold on. What happened to the door? It's just an empty frame.
Yeah, there's no door.
She's already got now, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes?
Oh,
on
she's
us?
definitely ready for us.
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done.
That's fair.
So deep breath in, deep breath
Like, I hope we
out.
meet again in another world type
Past
line. That's fair.
awaits, and only you can do it.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the empty.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall.
Wipe the mirror.
You
There's
reach
no mirror.
forward and rub your hand. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
Grab the blade.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the good. Steel can't lie to us.
That's fair,
Is
actually.
it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife?
I really feel like a knife is not the optimal
have a
way to
bomb?
slay anything, to be honest. Like a gun. A gun would have kind of been sick, actually. Or like a sword, even.
Blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself.
Knife
Use
gun.
the words
A
of
gun that
someone
shoots
who knows
knives.
He's sending us to our death.
That's fine. We've been there.
You
Ooh.
cross over the threshold and onto a series
This is
of
new.
isolated steps suspended in darkness.
More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes.
Oh yeah, there are eyes. More eyes? Were there eyes in the last one?
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here,
Knives
Serena
per minute.
will
Yeah, of
probably be
course.
doing her a favour.
KPM.
Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back. She must have you confused with someone else.
You really don't
We've been
know,
over this
do you?
narrator. Come on.
It doesn't matter. We need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
We can. How hard is it to throw a knife?
It can't be that hard. But then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless.
If a knife is even enough to do anything.
Hey, look out, she's got that Persona 4 Shadow voice modulation. Yeah, it's awesome, though. That's kind of cool.
It'll be enough.
I'm gonna talk to her.
Didn't you hear my warning a minute ago? She can't be trusted. Talking won't do you any good.
Something tells me she isn't going to be very keen on talking. Anyway.
She's the true self. We gotta kill her.
You make your way to the
Wait, I didn't even say to go to the bottom of the stairs. You didn't let me walk into the void, even.
As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks, suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones, visible against the inky black of the basement, mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right.
We're gonna go right.
She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is?
No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the
I mean, it
most
is weird,
here,
but
and it
like,
certainly isn't
come on.
you.
Excuse me. I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again.
Don't be a baby.
Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse.
Where's the skeptic? He never complained this much.
It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
That makes sense. I'm gonna go right.
You turn to the right. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
Oh, hi.
I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs...
Oh, you're looking
suddenly
kind of silly.
Your arms quickly follow.
This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think.
What did you do?
Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
I don't think I do that.
As your blood begins to coagulate, it's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open.
What are you doing?
I'm working.
Oh.
This body to function. Or do
He's
you-
manually making the body do
Stops
stuff.
once more as your body reapproaches death.
Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again.
You sure about that?
Are you sure that's what you want?
Or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left.
Yes, I'm sure.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
Again, your eyes
Liver,
shoot open as you gasp for
nerves,
breath.
heart,
Can't
lungs,
decide what you want to
liver,
do, can you?
nerves.
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Nerves. Why?
She doesn't need to.
The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before
Is she
it's too
purposely
late.
killing me, or is it just being around her is killing me?
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
If you want to work together, can you at least turn off the whole organs shutting down situation?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
That's fair, I guess.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
We don't have to be enemies. We can work together. We can be friends even.
Would you look at that? You're suggesting exactly what I want. Somebody's ahead of the curve. I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can move without you. And dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
If you need me alive, then why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice to me?
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you? And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me.
That's fair. It is definitely a problem for me. Yeah, it kind of sucks. And what if I refuse to let you out? What happens then?
We're stuck down here together. Until you change your mind.
Static, and a skipped beat as she touches your shoulder and whispers in your ear.
No! Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Or until your heart finally gives out. And then, when you die, I'll find myself somewhere new. And before too long, you'll be there too. That's how this all works, right? This doesn't end until you let me out.
That's not how this works.
And a lot can happen before then. I'm sure I can get
I mean, I guess I did every time. I guess I did. No. I died one of the times. Which I guess would let her out. And if I let you out, what then? Do we go our separate ways?
No, definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free. Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
Being around you is agony. I'm not gonna stick around.
Oh, we both know that you don't have a say here, so you should just look on the bright side. I'm not sure what the bright side is for you, but I'm positive you can find it if you look hard enough.
I'll just die then.
And then we'll wind up right back where we started. Round and round we'll go. I wonder what will be different next time. Maybe you'll actually be able to move a limb. Who knows? But I'm always going to win.
I don't think that's true. Are you sure about this? Give me enough tries and I'm bound to win eventually. And maybe you don't get to come back like I do.
Is that a bet you're willing to take? Imagine climbing a mountain of lifetimes. And when you finally reach the summit, when you finally win, the only view you find is me. And then I push you, and you go tumbling all the way down those millions upon millions of battered and broken pieces of you that couldn't make the cut. What then? Would you have it in you to climb again? It sounds like a lot of effort for nothing. When instead we can just leave this place together, hand in hand.
I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave, and I'm not going to try to kill you, so do your worst. Bye, Blade.
Are you serious? You fling the blade into the void, denying yourself the opportunity to ever slay her and finish your mission.
Nobody's happy here, but maybe it's for the best.
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you.
Oh, we're going into the goo. The
Like
darkness.
a mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken.
No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. Gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out!
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out!
We're seeing the princess.
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
You can't keep going. Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops, I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. That's a lot of chapters. That's a fuckload of chapters. The moment of clarity.
You're on a path in the...
Shit. What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing?
There was a princess, I think.
Oh, the broken is back.
Fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember.
You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you?
Yes, narrator.
Yes, it feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out.
No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're supposed to let her out.
Most of the opportunist.
It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything.
No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever. I think.
We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have
Voice
to
of the
try
cold.
to snuff out your heart?
We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear.
Where's the skeptic?
There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried.
I need my boy the skeptic.
We love her, so we have to set her free.
That's a pretty solid one. I like that.
Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us?
I think so.
To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love. Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us.
That is true.
This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
That's a good question. How many times have you all been here?
Many times.
It feels like we've been here forever. It also feels like we've barely been here at all.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, we just have to do what she says and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so.
When did she say that?
You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you.
That's true.
There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
But that doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before this, and some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. Was I here those other times? Did someone else make the decisions?
What does here even mean if you really think about it?
My earring is jamming into my ear. Ooh.
Shut up. You were here.
Was I?
Every single time.
You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order. And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged.
You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget. I've tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft. A shame, really.
Yeah, but soft is kind of epic. Like, tits are soft. Soft is nice.
You slowly make your way to the
Seed
umbral
told
forest,
you.
bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually,
The
you
mirror.
make it to the cabin.
Yay.
Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is
The protagonist is totally cogent. They know exactly what they're doing, and they know exactly why they're doing it.
There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there.
Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never
never sees it.
True.
He always lies.
I don't think he's lying. I think he doesn't see the mirror.
And he always makes it go. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do.
There's a mirror every time, at the
Buried deep
end.
inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always
The hill
give
goes
too much
over the
space to
trees.
others. It's why you always lose.
And what's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are. Exactly. They are delusions. And
There's
all
no mirror, there's no Easter Bunny, there's no King of England. One could only hope.
You have to keep moving.
Maybe one day.
Or you could just give up.
One day soon.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin. The cabin that isn't there. You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it.
That's true.
Smash it to pieces.
I like the
It's
mirror.
on the other side.
Have you seen his royal portrait? Oh, I know. The artist is a
Only way
legend.
we can be free. It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it. Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
Proceed.
Proceed? Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific. That's a new one. Do you think it'll work?
It might.
Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why, and it already has worked. It's
Shit.
gone, don't you see? We're one step closer to her. The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike.
I wonder if you can use the knife as a
It's
mirror
empty and
at some
isolating,
point.
But there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure they're in. Wrong and
Ellie is here.
unsettling.
Hi, Ellie.
The
Hello.
only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. Take it. It's the only way.
She heard you were killing women. The women tried to kill me first. Take the blade. It's the only way forward. You've already tried everything else. Don't you remember? You have to take the blade.
You reach down to take the blade.
Oh.
But as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth. You
Well, that's where
lean
she
over the
is,
hole and
so-
gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep. Deep in the bowels of the earth. You see something.
I think it's so funny that Ellie hates every woman except my mom.
With dread.
Ellie ultimate misogyny moments.
It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
What do you mean?
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
I was joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
Yeah, can we start on the heart, liver, nerves? What is it?
Closer.
Hey, what's up?
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could knock you.
And closer.
Watching over me forever? That was so brave.
And closer.
Was it?
But forever is so, so long. And time erodes everything. Except for me.
You look pretty eroded, to be honest.
I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back.
But my will.
And
It's all I have.
And let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well,
Yet I don't like spreading fear. Fear sucks.
there too. A witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything.
Why do you have 3 arms? Better to offer a hand with while climbing out of a well.
Now don't pose. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your power so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
I don't remember
Do
that.
something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
I'll do my best, the narrator. Oh. You're just an object, a tool. You once were something else a long time ago, but that was something you... But was that something you, or is it just a dull and jaded memory? There is no other ending here. Just take her hand and set her free.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you.
My bad. Look, I would have chosen something else, but I think we already did all those.
The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next. I didn't think I'd be so tired.
Yeah. The princess, exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold?
Hands moment. Yeah, it's always hands when they get out. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost.
That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away, just like her.
Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here.
Finally, we can smash it.
Voice of the stubborn, you're always trying to smash mirrors. Mirrors are nice.
Oh, will you stop with the smash?
Just so they shut up.
What do we say?
Look, they're
boys?
helping.
One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Yeah. I think I'd like that.
Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
You step towards the mirror once more. Its secrets remain hidden, its mysteries remain unresolved.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready.
Well, I'm glad you're not scared.
It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here. Boys, it's been an honor.
Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Oh, I'm bones. You've unraveled. I'm all bones. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think we are real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Do you think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are frail and impermanent. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
No. The point of awakening is to find out.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No. Their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does, and when I find him, you and I are going to finally have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is filled with sadness. A doll, abandoned to the company of her darkest impulses. She desires only companionship, but the only thing she knows is how to hurt. She will make for a tender heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found her way home.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough.
Why you make her like that, Kate? It wasn't the intention.
I will be singular.
That was not the intention.
Multitude.
If this is the last time, is there anything you'd like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Well, I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Maybe one that likes coffee. That'd be nice.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Ow. You're always hitting me over the head with mirrors.
You're on a path in the woods.
Well, let's go.
You take...
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any...
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh, no talking then? Fine, what even makes you think you can kill me?
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate...
Are you sure she's not armed?
I'm positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
Slay the princess.
You charge the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade of her own slips down her sleeve and catches you in the neck.
Fucking ow!
Blood sprays from the cut, your severed carotid artery painting the princess with strokes of red. You'd better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
Die?
Are you serious? The wound in your neck is too much for you to bear. You collapse to the floor of the basement.
I choose dying. Hey.
The princess stands over you with an intense curiosity as you fade away.
Oops.
Everything goes dark.
Oops.
And you die.
The razor. Knife princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning. Before you, she will lie.
Why cheat? Steal? Yeah.
More on the money. But we're really doing this,
Oh, the
aren't we?
cheated.
I say you're lost, but I'm stuck here.
We
with
found
you.
him.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine. The interior
Ooh,
of the cabin
whoa.
is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your
Mirror moment.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much.
What are you talking about?
Wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand against.
There was a mirror a second ago. Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
Honestly. Grab the knife.
You take the blade from the... It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done.
Well, let's calm down. I was the one who chose to die after one slash.
The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Scraping? She's not even trying to hide her knife. It's like she wants to get in our head.
No, she's just letting you know.
It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
Oh, your voice even sounds knifey. She's just made of knives. She has a giant knife.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final steps, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Why are you in the middle of a hallway?
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get
Oh, look at how
close
smug
and
she
let
is.
our guard down.
I like this one too.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
You have the potential to do the funniest thing. You remember what happened last time?
Last time, if someone came into my house and tried to kill me and I cut his neck open, surely I would remember that.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But I don't remember.
She is
so
sweating.
what happened?
This one is my favorite.
Last time? What are you talking about? Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through
Yeah,
her
but she's
teeth.
also funny.
I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right? Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
I don't know, guys. I think we can trust her. But that's exactly what happened, so you do remember it.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again?
I don't know. Maybe you really like stabbing.
I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Aha! She slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count.
Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence. Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse.
Would someone
than
really
it
do that?
actually
Just go on the
happens.
internet and lie? I don't think so. Can't we just talk things through?
But we don't have anything to talk through. We're strangers and this place is cramped and annoying and you should just come over here and let me out.
That's fair.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
Yeah, it's gonna be really funny, too.
She certainly feels threatening. Just because
She's got the
acting
power
like she's
stance
going to
going
stab
on,
you
like
doesn't
the
mean she has
power
the means to
V.
actually do it. But you know who is armed? You. So stop second guessing yourself.
I wonder if it would be very funny if I could, like, wave at her and she just accidentally waves the hand that has the knife.
But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
I don't have a key.
Oh, you don't. Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure.
See, that's a good idea.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle.
This
don't
is
have
the
luxury
funniest
of
one
watching
so
this
far.
From a distance.
I love
Oh, I'm
this.
sorry. Do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now?
Kinda, yeah.
You're acting like you are.
My entire world is at risk. Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way.
Well, that's not true.
No. I have my dignity. Fine. And will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
Hell yeah. What if we were both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you slashed my throat last time.
That doesn't sound like me.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have.
That doesn't sound like me. I wouldn't do that. I know that you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about?
She's definitely telling the truth. I don't know why I'm being so suspicious right now.
Knife. And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your inside.
That would be kind of silly, to be honest.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death.
Of course we didn't.
Sounds
She's
like
just
she's running
funny.
out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
What do you mean she isn't armed? Prove it then. Prove you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you. But I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from
Okay,
behind
so
her
she
back.
doesn't have a knife in her hands.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
See, there's...
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
She's so funny. Okay, sure. I'll let you out. That makes sense. She doesn't have any knives.
Of course I won't.
Against your better judgment, you walk across the room
She's
within
so
arm's reach
funny.
of the princess.
Oh, she has a little band around her waist. I didn't consider that.
I don't like the way you said within arm's reach. You hear the horrible sound of metal slicing through. Who's me? Not ours, right?
Ow.
Hers, at first.
At first... Wait, what?
Then yours. Your neck, specifically.
Where did she have a sharp implement?
Again? Really?
It sliced through her and then into us? Did it come out of her waist?
Hehe.
That is a fucking huge sword! Hehe.
You collapse to the ground, your vision
Oh, it was
swings as you
inside of her
attempt to focus
arm.
on her bloody blade and the limp sack of flesh that
Neat.
was her arm.
That's a good trick.
You're going to die now.
And with a quick jerk of her elbow, she does just that. Everything goes dark.
She's so funny. Hehe.
You're on a path.
Oh my god.
No, fuck that. You keep doing this over and over and over again. We're not starting in that goddamn woods every time.
We're gonna skip the woods?
Fucking
That's probably a
cabin.
good idea. These woods look sharp.
You're what? The interior of the cabin is a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
I feel dizzy.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore.
Bro said skip.
What's the point?
I'm glad we teleported through there. I'm sure I would have gotten fucked up trying to walk through those sharp things.
Being sliced
Oh, the
up.
broken's here again.
We're better off just sitting up here and doing nothing.
Oh, shut the hell up, man.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third?
Yeah.
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction.
Wait, some one random world?
That can't be right, that's too much responsibility.
I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world.
Let's just stay focused, shall we?
Shut up, narrator, bitch,
The
loser.
only furniture of note is a bent metal table. Pristine blade perched. We take it. You take the blade before letting
Thanks,
me finish
cheated.
telling you it's
Really
there.
speeding this up.
It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we've got to be able to win it.
Cheated. Skip his dialogue again.
And what if we never do? So, are you just going to
I think
stand
Cheated
there,
is
or
probably
are you
my
going to
second
get into the
favorite now.
basement like you're supposed to? I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right.
Good job, Hunted.
If
Good
our
on your
senses
sniffer.
can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a...
It's not a lake, it's an ocean.
It doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Okay.
Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice.
We look fine.
Let's just
We're
fumble
just
for the handle and
bones.
be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Shut the hell up, Broken.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open.
Why did it creak open if we were just wiping it?
And the
Whatever.
mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there.
Oh, hydrate. Let me go get my cranberry juice. I could get it. I have to grab my cranberry juice. Because I'm out of water. Okay. Cranberry juice getted. I will now be hydrating. Okay. Pretty good cranberry juice. Not great, but pretty good. It's a pretty good one.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the stairs. They are smooth
It's a
and flat,
slide.
metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the
Whee!
bottom.
A slide!
Your body tumbles
Oh, hey, what's
onto
up?
the basement floor, and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi. It looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
Okay.
But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Okay.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like dying all over again.
Oh, calm down.
Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival. Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it.
See?
We just need to find a
Grow up, Broken. Honestly. How'd he break so fast, honestly? We get killed one time and he's all blah, blah, blah.
Nothing bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
Yeah, but we don't know about them or that it existed or that it's even happening. So,
The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal
Oh.
bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood. The empty flesh of her arms.
I mean, I guess she
elbows
did say that she
pull
wasn't going to play
sleeves.
around.
The chain, she's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Not necessarily.
Shit.
Oh, I guess she's gonna do it
coming for me,
anyway.
so I'm out of ideas.
Oh, that's easy. I'm going to try flirting with her.
Now, I've tolerated quite a bit from you, but this is a bridge too far. Please don't try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her. Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monster?
But she's so cute.
I'd rather not.
It's not like she wants us anyway.
I'm fine with it. Let's see where this goes.
Hell yeah, voice of the cheated. How about you buy me dinner before impaling me to death?
A rosy blush flushes in the princess's cheeks, and a wide grin cuts across her face.
Oh, is that how it is? Yeah, okay, I feel that. I like you too.
Yay!
Damn, this is actually going to work, isn't it?
She wants me so bad, actually.
But why mess around with appetizers when the main course is right here?
That's a fair point, actually.
At least she likes us. I've never been liked before.
Blush still glowing in her cheeks.
Oh shit!
The princess closes the distance between you, blades flashing. She skewers you. Ow.
I was really hoping I could parry that.
Romance doesn't hurt, at least.
Oh, the spin's here now.
She likes us. She's even said as much. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
We could just oh fuck nasty style on the rocks after I stab you. You know, fair enough.
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be.
Shut the hell up, Broken.
Dead,
I'm trying to get
dead,
slammed here.
Dead.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here? This is 4. No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us...
Oh no, every time we get another one of you, it just makes us worse.
As long as we keep...
Just to be clear.
We'll win her heart eventually.
Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more deluded voices that think we might stand any kind of chance.
Come on, show me something new.
Okay. All these ideas suck. Think of something better. It doesn't work, and she kills you again, and again, and again, and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires. Me with the princess's knife arm in my stomach. You know, when I said I want you in my guts, this isn't what I had in mind. Laugh track. To be honest.
None of this is working. Think. Think. She skewers you. Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder.
True.
She skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Then you skewer yourself.
Yeah, it was worth a try.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh. That didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again.
Here we go.
She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels.
Now there's an idea.
She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to us.
We should probably get her to a dentist, because this is kind of getting gnarly.
She skewers you. We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time. That's all we need.
That's what everybody says when you're failing a raid encounter over and over again. It's just like, oh, this is the last time. And sometimes it works, and a lot of times it doesn't.
And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Mutually assured destruction. Is she a nuke now? Is that what's happening? Oh, I already have a knife.
We're in a cabin, and we'll take it.
Hell yeah.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Oh, what if? Throw it out the window.
That's an idea.
Over my dead body.
Okay, stubborn, calm down.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
Now he knows what we're talking about.
Sure, I can think of a better way to die.
Fair enough.
They're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are
Well, we don't want to. I don't really want to be on
times
top.
you've been here. This isn't good. This is... Yeah, leave it to the pros.
I didn't get the last
We'll
one.
notch up that win in no time. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover. Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Hell yeah.
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part.
You're not a part of this narrator. You're not relevant to this part.
Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
Hi, princess.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together.
Oh, that doesn't really happen.
But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
I do want to see it.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Let's see what it is.
You gonna say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing.
We have to see the new thing.
Really? Okay then.
Okay.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms.
Oh,
of
that's
raw
not-
meat as it
that's not great.
stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes
Ooh.
a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blade.
Splorch. Splorch is right.
It's furiously in
I don't
its
think I want her to get up in my guts anymore. There's not really anything. There's not any fun part. There's not any fun part here. It's just knives.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Is it gonna be a lot of stabbing me?
Holy shit!
Holy shit is right.
Gorgeous. Absolutely divine.
Let's calm down, Smitten. Even Phyrexians aren't this much metal.
Yes, behold the perfect woman.
Don't you cheat on adversary, stubborn. That's yours.
We can throw her out the window.
That might be a good idea, actually.
That looked painful.
Yeah, it did.
How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs.
Well, we talked about throwing a knife before, right? That might work.
That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it? This is all just a sick joke.
Like right at the beginning, we talked about throwing a knife, so why don't we throw it?
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Bye, cheated. Everybody get the fuck
What
out.
just happened?
Everybody get the fuck out.
Quiet.
You shut up.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act, and yet through that inaction your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There's only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound and the faster the momentum of volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. That was a pretty good ending. I like Knife Princess. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. You do so. Silence as you reach your hand towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. Oh. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure. Faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image of glass in two. And then another crack forms in another and another and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Ooh. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help, after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
I've met you many times. Have you been the same you all along?
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once.
You did it, you
Anytime
killed the
fail,
narrator,
anytime
he's
you
dying.
find
I can
yourself
tell.
dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it even being a possibility. Actually, wait. What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
If I destroy her, won't I be alone?
Yes, you will. But it will all be worth it.
Why would you want me to destroy the concept of transformation?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
If I destroy her, how is that existence any better than death? Or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
If you made me, then what am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
If you made us, then I want you to know this has been torture.
The inevitability of death is torture. I would gladly put two infinite beings through what you've been through to spare infinite lives from oblivion.
Why did you make her a princess?
I didn't make her a princess, but I wove the idea of her into something your scattered mind could fathom. You chose for that something to be a princess.
I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. Actually, wait. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god, even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo, and echoes always fade away.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Ah!
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long.
The girl!
My heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Women of women. The girl of girl. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility?
People will look at this and say wife. Of course they will.
Will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold
Wife.
on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I can make a choice.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach. And you cannot rationalize that which defies logic.
Oh, hello. I didn't see that one of them had an eye and was looking at me. Hello, little additional princess.
But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well.
Wait, violence?
Is what it takes to enlighten you? Then so be it.
What? Ah, why?
Blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On and on it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you.
And now to revisit your past encounters? Fair enough.
Dead and alive, dead and alive, dead all at once.
You learned to put yourself away, and in your stillness you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives. And yet it is all
Yeah,
so
3 of the princesses you took were like fight princesses. That wasn't intentional.
would have reached without you.
I'll address it directly. Even if the journey was agony, the end gave the struggle meaning.
And even then, what we saw was not an ending. When I thought I had reached an unconquerable peak, you showed me how much further I could still climb.
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart. And there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
I wish I could share my heart with you.
But we already have, in so many ways.
I do enjoy this back and forth. It's very cool.
When movement slows and the dust settles, I hope you'll leave with me.
The sensation of bleeding and sweating and breaking and mending and dying and living comes back in vivid color. You feel the shame of 100 deaths and the pride of 100 conquests. All of the peaks and valleys weaving themselves into a single tapestry, free of beginning and free of end. Do you remember when we killed each other with such fervent passion that death itself no longer sat on our shoulders?
It was unnecessary. We could have worked together to build something better.
But for us, that was better.
What's gay sex or whatever's going on here? Who could possibly know?
For me, there was no better end. I lost myself in an artistry so profound that it lifted both of us into something greater. Is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body?
Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that fear it.
I am not my body, but perhaps others are theirs.
And yet bodies change and consciousness goes on. The infant's body is not the child's, is not the adult's, but the thread of existence remains strung through it all.
To touch And everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. Bound for eternity, you saw the need for impermanence, and it was through that need that you carved our freedom. Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite. Would you strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark?
That would be torture.
It would. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. To be permanent is to cease. To be paused is to be trapped.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all.
So wait, was your first prisoner? Was it the prisoner? Yeah, it was the prisoner. The first thing I did was cut her out, and then I resisted the narrator twice, and she killed me. And then I decided to investigate the shackle, so I was immediately locked up. I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave?
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. So what happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you always have been, and just as you always will be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. That was sick as fuck. I'll admit, I didn't think this was going to be a one-stream game. And I'm very curious to see which, remember the first thing said above all else, this is a love story. Yes, I do remember that. I made sure to restart the game so I could read that at the beginning of the stream. Granted, there's more endings. Yeah, I kind of figured there'd be more endings, and I figured there's more princesses as well. Since I somehow apparently got just, like, inundated with punching. Prisoner, Fury, Adversary, Razor, and Nightmare. I mean, that's all the ones that I got. Yeah, I got, in order, I got Prisoner, Prisoner, Adversary, Prisoner, Fury, Nightmare, no. Prisoner, Adversary. I think I just got Prisoner, Fury, Adversary, Nightmare, then Razor. I'm pretty sure. Razor was my favorite. Subreddit, follow us somewhere else, make your playlist, play our other game, return to main menu. That was really, really good. I'm gonna have to look into what all the other endings are, because, like, there's a really funny one if you disobey the narrator at the beginning and then go down without the knife. I do kind of want to try that. I've never tried to turn around, either.
You're on a path.
I'm at 3-5 for my first one with Prisoner, Fury, and Razor.
Path, you're here.
Okay. Continue the cabin.
You make a walk. We're not gonna go ignore him.
Turn around a bunch. Oh, well, okay. I'm just gonna go down without the knife the first time and see what happens.
The interior of the cabin, the blade.
Just question him at every turn. Oh, okay.
The door to the basement creaks up. Her voice.
Hello?
Is hypnotizing. Don't let it fool you. It's.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any
She sounds
visitors.
way
Please,
different if you come down without the
come
knife.
Walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabinet.
I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key is there.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement. Is someone else here?
Hey, can you let me out?
Your shouts and pleas are met with...
The dagger's also up there.
I'll repeat myself once again.
I'll try the door.
You try the door. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Oops.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely...
Oh my god.
Raising her arm to her mouth,
she just goes straight for it, huh?
Through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal.
Coyote mode.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not... Or we could use it to free... You won't like what...
I mean, I'll save her.
Fine. Against your
Here you go.
judgment,
So you don't have to chew through your arm. That seems like way harder.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through. Her limb falls to the
Oh,
ground.
we never looked at her arm on the ground before, I don't think.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Honestly.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes as the princess approaches the bot. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Honestly.
Watch me.
What are you doing?
Stop that.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Yeah, I'm trying not to.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade.
I don't wanna. You're being
As
mean.
your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
Nah, it's not. It's some other guy.
She nervously
Oh, thanks.
inches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
You don't have to kill me, you know.
She
Oh,
throws it into
shit.
your
Ow.
tearing
Fuck.
through flesh and sinew. It is.
Owie.
But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no. I'm so sorry.
You're really bad at this.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done.
You know, as you could just not give me the knife. Like, if you just keep it or throw it out the window or something, that'll be fine. You don't have to stab me again.
Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture.
I like that if you have the knife at the beginning, she just slits your throat. This princess doesn't know how to kill, and Daenerys being a hater, so he's gonna make her.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. But it doesn't matter how strong her knife work is, does it?
I'm sorry. Stab, just like stabbing me.
I'm so sorry.
My bad. It's fine.
One
I'm
last
good.
thrust of the knife. Your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares.
Give her a
down at your
thumbs up.
bruised
I would
chest
love
as
to.
tears
It's like, we're
cast
good.
rivulets of
It's
pink
all
down her
fine.
blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
The damsel. That is new. I have not seen the
You're
damsel.
on a path in the woods.
She's got the Ghibli tears now. True.
You're here to slay him.
Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time.
Oh, we
did
get
he?
the smitten
We're going to
immediately
save
if we
our
go down
beloved.
without the knife.
Have
That's
to be
so
sneaky
funny.
about it.
Our beloved.
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just
Oh,
be sure
Leak
to
Brewery.
ignore him
Welcome to the
specifically.
stream.
Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Hashtag Link killed everyone. Oh no.
What can
Link,
I
why are you
say?
killing everybody? What's your problem? Welcome to the stream. I'm Kate. We actually already finished Slay the Princess once. But thank you for the raid. And we're going back through and trying some different stuff. Okay, proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything.
You know, I don't
in
think
her
he says
power
this
to stop
specific
you
line
from
on the
slaying
first
her.
iteration of any of them.
Don't
I was in
believe
Little
all
Hope,
those
and I was a
things.
werewolf. It's hard to keep people alive. Okay, that's fair. That sounds like a pretty hard. That sounds like it'd be pretty difficult to keep people alive in that situation.
It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
True.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
Oh, definitely.
I do. But I also speak from the heart.
This guy sounds exactly like that one vampire from What We Do in the Shadows, like the TV show. I can't remember his name.
Sure.
Of course, he was also Brennan in
Not everyone needs to hear them.
Brennan in IT Crowd. How are you enjoying Slay the Princess? I loved it. Oh, it was fucking awesome. Big fan of this game. It sure does sound like Matthew Berry. Is that what his name is? Yeah.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
My beloved. So this is my first time getting the damsel. Oh, thanks for the follow, Mecha Gambit.
The interior of the cabin is clean.
Oh, interesting. This looks exactly like it did when it was the prisoner. I'm pretty sure.
A prison befitting a royal.
No, it's like a nicer prisoner one.
Note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Yeah, I don't need the blade. It's
is your
fine.
Implement. You'll need.
Yeah, we're just going. Oh, the mirror just disappears. Interesting.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers
We just
in the light of the
vibing.
torches
True.
Positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
Good morning.
But it's still a
Good morning indeed.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing
No,
her a
this is
favor.
nice. This is a nice place.
A soft voice carries up.
I don't know what this follow age command people are doing is. I'll add it if people want it. I just don't know what it's supposed to do.
Her voice. It's
Hey,
somehow
princess.
even more
I'm back.
beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding
I'm sorry you had to
bells
stab me a
already.
bunch last time.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake.
It shows how long you're following the streamer. Okay, well, I'll see if I can implement that.
Remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
That should be pretty easy to put in with Nightbot. I'm sure there's a script
You
somewhere.
walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the
Oh, it's
far
thinner
wall.
than it was the first time. And she's got a nicer dress.
My love, we're here to rescue
Okay, Linkberry, have a good night. Make sure to take care of yourself, get something to eat, etc., etc. Do some eye exercises after streaming.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you. My
Oh, she has the same little smile that the Razor does.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero.
It's so easy to get to the hero. It's like, oh my god, she called us a hero. She's perfect.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Of course I have.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us.
Yeah.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
Of course.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
I mean, if you say so.
Damned a whole world.
Yeah, it was sick. It was fucking awesome.
Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
This is totally normal.
Horrible for you, maybe. But we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady.
I wonder if the chain's like weak enough that my scrawny arms can rip it out of the wall now.
Now, hold on.
That
If
might
she
help.
actually ended a world. Are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Yeah.
We never saw a world end. And now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract
Look,
you. Just
she's
do
a being of
your
perception.
job.
If we convince herself that she is #1 wife and that we're best friends and she's perfect, then she is. Your sleepy ass almost banned someone. Well, I'm glad you didn't. I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
You think
That's because she's perfect.
Know what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
That makes sense. Well, let's rescue the princess.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that.
Well, I don't believe those chains can hold her. I believe she's unstoppable.
Don't you see how dainty her hands are? You'll be able to slip her out with ease.
Exactly.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Of course we can.
If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
Because that's how the story works.
Because we've yet to present her with her freedom.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure I follow.
Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you
Present
rather
her with
believe
her
the
freedom?
devil on your shoulder
Are you implying
tells
she
you
wouldn't be
what
able to tell if she could slip? Well, I mean, I guess it is. We need to present her with her freedom by showing her that by believing that her arms are dainty enough to slip through the chains, in which case she will realize that they are.
I think I'd rather believe in facts. Ah, so you're one of those empiricists. One of us.
You're an empiricist.
Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward.
forward.
Our beloved from her bindings.
How courageous.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I would if you had a weapon.
Okay, I accidentally skipped one, I guess.
Not on my watch.
I didn't think it
Dylan.
auto-played.
My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Oh, kill us first.
You wouldn't.
I would.
He
I'd
would.
listen to him if I were you.
He definitely would.
Strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked.
See? Easy enough.
We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
The princess jumps
Yay!
up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Exactly.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Hell yeah.
What do we do now?
We should leave. Actually, you know what? What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never...
Why bury a
felt
knife in her
love
back when
with
she's
his
burying her face in her chest? Honestly.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Well, then we should find out.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible.
Keep asking. Wait, what? Keep asking what she wants? Okay. I'd like her to have some wants. It's not right if she doesn't have any wants.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
What do you want to do? I want you to tell me what you want.
I just want to make you happy.
Oh no! She's simplifying.
I just want to make us happy.
She is simplifying.
That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
There must be something you want.
I just want to make you happy.
Oh no.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you. Only she isn't a good liar.
This isn't lying. This is something weirder. The lying one was funny, but what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right.
I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us.
Voice of the Spin, you need to recognize what's happening right now. You have to want something more than just making me happy.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
That one sucked. I hated that one. That was worse than the adversary beating me to death.
What's up? She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? I'm begging you, don't.
I just touched the mirror and I'm scribbled.
This doesn't feel right. It feels... Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if...
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. It's basically 10 so out of bounds. Yeah, I'm just gonna end it. This was a good one. I'm glad I went back and did this one. It's you. It's the me. Okay, guys, I played the game. I got a little extra ending, so that's kind of good. Rake looking ass. You're so mean to us. And because it's 10, which is my usual end point, I'm going to stop there and find someone to raid. If you enjoyed the stream, which I hope you did, I'm going to be streaming again on Wednesday. We're going to be playing the Entropy Center. And if you didn't, that's too bad. I hope you come back for the coffee at least. We're going to raid Ichi, who is playing Blaze Blue of some variety. I don't know which. Blaze Blue Entropy Effect. Hopefully I will see you all later. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. I hope your week starts very well. And I hope to see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.